Milk Orchid by Commodity and Perfumerism is easily one of the most anticipated fragrance releases so far this year. I had actually filmed a first impression video for this fragrance, but after smelling it, I felt like it was so different to what I was expecting it to smell like that I wanted to give it a few days of wear to see how I really feel about it. For context, I am a huge fig lover. Like, I am obsessed. I'm also a little bit of a creamy coconut hater. What we have in the top here is fig milk, coconut cream, and almond blossom. In the middle, there's vanilla orchid, warm cotton, and magnolia. In the base, there's macadamia milk and sandalwood. And just to get it out of the way, Milk Orchid has nothing to do with these 3 milk fragrances from Commodity. What does this actually smell like to me? I feel like I'm in a little bit of a minority here. When I first spray this, I get a strong green fig, and it's a very specific type of fig that's my favorite type of fig. The outside is green, the inside is white, a little bit yellowish. It's just like a very creamy, slightly sweet green fruit. That's what I get in the opening. As it develops, I start to get a little bit more of the coconut, but I still don't think it's a super creamy coconut. The type of coconut that I'm getting from this kind of reminds me of vanilla powder from Matière Première, but a much smoother version of it. It also kind of makes me think of the texture of a fresh coconut. When you cut it in half, you have the creamy fleshy parts on the inside, but you also have the dry husk that also contributes to the smell of a fresh coconut. It's not sunscreeny, it's not pina colada, it's almost like a natural fresh coconut. Overall, what I would say stands out to me the most in this fragrance is a creamy green fig, a fresh natural coconut, and creamy sandalwood. A lot of us have been watching Emma on her search for the perfect milk perfume, and this fragrance to me is more so the idea of milk, the feeling of milk, rather than a literal cup of dairy milk. When you were growing up, what did a warm glass of milk make you feel? It's not so much about the actual smell of that, but what did you feel? It was warm, it was comforting, it was cozy, and that is the kind of feeling this gives me. There is something that pulls a little bit masculine on me, which I personally don't mind, and it kind of reminds me of Wool from Commodity, which is one of my favorites. They don't smell alike at all, but there's something in both of them that gives me a similar feeling. This is my interpretation of this fragrance, and I honestly feel like this fragrance is a little bit of a chameleon where a lot of people are going to be smelling it differently, and that's okay. No one's right or wrong. I feel like I had a lot to say, but my final verdict is I really like it. This is something I can definitely see myself wearing, especially into the fall and winter.